Hey y'all, welcome back to Readathon in the library. I'm Dawn, and I have a readathon announcement that I'm going to be doing. Well, I don't really guess it's an announcement. It's not like it's my readathon. But I've heard of the Dewey's 24-hour readathon before, and I've never really had the time or just the ability to be able to do it the day that it happens. So this year I'm going to really try to do it. So I have one, it's on the 23rd, and I will link all of the information to it down below so that you guys can go check it out and join in if you want. It is on April the 23rd, which is a Saturday, and it starts at different times based on your time zone. So you'd have to go and look. I think for Eastern time zone in the US, I think it starts at 8 a.m. And I have somewhere I have to be from about 9 to 11:30 or 12. But other than that, I'm pretty much free that day. And I will hopefully be done with all of my grading and everything else by that point. So it will be small break time before the huge thing I have to do the following week, which I'll talk about in another video. But what I wanted to do today was talk about my tentative reading pile. So I'm just going to go through the books that I have sort of decided that I'm going to try to tackle during the readathon. One of the books that was on this pile I decided to go ahead and read, so I'll be done with it before then. But I have several library books and a few of my own books that I need to get to. And so yeah, so the first one is a library book that I got, is The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck. How to Stop Spending Time You Don't Have with People You Don't Like Doing Things You Don't Want to Do. A practical parody by Sarah Knight. It just sounds funny. I've seen a couple of people talk about it. It seems like it'd be kind of funny to look through. And it's, you know, it's small, not really jam-packed. So I'd probably speed through this one. And it may end up being a DNF. I may not really like it, but it sounded fun. So the next one, another library book, Big Girl, How I Gave Up Dieting and Got a Life by, what's her first name? It's covered up by the library sticker. Kelsey Miller. This is another one that I've seen multiple places. I think I saw it on the Militant Bakers Facebook page, and if you don't follow her, you really should. She's awesome. It's a nonfiction book, and it's about how she quit the diet industry. And you know, as someone who supports the body positivity movement, I am all about this. So I'm interested to see what she has to say. The next book is yet another library book. I hit the new nonfiction shelf pretty hard last time. It's The Pleasure of Reading 43. I've got it covering up part of the title. Oh, goodness. Well, I can't. Well, can't find it. But it's 43 writers and something of reading and the books that inspired them. So essentially it's a whole bunch of writers talking about how books have inspired them, what they love about reading. And I love books about books. I absolutely do. They're one of my favorite things on the planet. And it's got a lot of different people in it. Margaret Atwood, J.G. Ballard, Doris Lessing, just a couple of them that I'm noticing off the top here. So I'm really excited to get to this one. This is a book I got at my local comic shop, SHQ The Vault, if you're in Tallahassee. And it's not a comic, it's just a strange little book, and it's What to Do When You Meet Cthulhu, A Guide to Surviving the Cthulhu Mythos by Rachel Gray, edited by William Jones. Cthulhu is coming and you're dying to meet him, and it just looked like a whole lot of fun. Another one that looks like it's probably going to be a pretty quick read. It's got some pretty awesome illustrations in it, so thought this would be a great day to do that. The next book I've had on my shelf since the day it came out, and I really need to get this read, and that is Stars Above, a Lunar Chronicles collection by Marissa Meyer. These are short stories set in the Lunar Chronicles universe, and some of them are ones that I've already read because they were released as single stories, and some I have not read, so I'm very excited to get to this because I absolutely love the Lunar Chronicles. One thing I will say is I was very disappointed after Fairest that the end papers of these hardcovers were so plain, because if you haven't seen Fairest's end papers, they're gorgeous. But so short stories, young adult, it should probably not take me that long to power through this. The next book is a graphic novel, Rosalie Lightning, a graphic novel by Tom Hart. This one's nonfiction, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is a graphic memoir about his life because his young daughter passed, I think. Yeah, untimely death of his young daughter, Rosalie. So, yeah, I haven't really heard anything about this, but it sounded pretty interesting, and I kind of like the art. It's black and white, this kind of thing, but I thought it was kind of neat. The next one is a bind-up of a series that I really, really liked, but I don't think they're doing anymore. It was a series called Dinosaurs Attack of comics that are kind of based on some trading cards that existed several years back, 25, 30 years ago. And I think they only had about 5 issues. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that they do not, that it's not a continuing series anymore. But it's dinosaurs. How could I hate it? This is a library book. I've got the 3rd volume of Lumberjanes. This one is called A Terrible Plan. I've really been enjoying Lumberjanes, so I'm excited to see what's happening in the next installment. This is another library book. This is from my university library, but actually it's from the St. Johns County Public Library System because it's an interlibrary loan, so you can't really see the cover. But it is volume 3 of Miss Marvel that is crushed. And again, another series that I've been really enjoying, and I'm kind of excited to finally get to this one. I've been waiting on it for a while. And then this one I've had for a while. This is volume 4 of Miss Marvel. Also interlibrary loaned. This one from Gulf State College. And thank you, St. John's Public and Gulf State College, for sending these ILL. And like I said, I've had this one for a while. I was waiting on volume 3. So I finally got volume 3. And now I can read volume 4. This is volume 1 of Paper Girls. I've never read this. I like the art style. I've heard good things. So, yeah. And there's nothing better for a readathon than powering through a whole bunch of graphic novels. And the last one I have on my stack is Rat Queens Volume 3, Demons. I am in love with Rat Queens, okay? I love this series so much. It is just the best. So, yes. And I didn't put them in my stack, but I do have some comics, individual issues that I haven't gotten to yet. The sixth issue of the Back to the Future series, the 1st issue of the new Xena series, yay. There's one based on the Cask of Amontillado, and then I've also got one that's a new series based on the Winchester House, the title of which I can't remember, but I'm sure I will get to it that day. I probably won't get to it before then, and you'll get it in my readathon wrap-up. So those are the books that I've definitely picked out that I want to try to get to. It may end up being that I only get to the graphic novels or one of the books or whatever, but I wanted to get a good size TBR together for it because I do like to have a variety available. And so hopefully I'll get to spend most of that day reading. We'll see. And if you guys are interested and are taking part, let me know down below. And I look forward to having fun with you guys on the 23rd. So see you next time. Bye.